I saw you were nodding your head a couple of times when I was, and I'm not just saying that because I want Johnny Bench to saying to the mic that.
But you were saying the right thing
about what I was saying at the top of the show here is that I want to see more of the stars of the game out there, right? I mean, Bryce Harper, in my mind, his face should be everywhere today in front of a microphone talking about last night.
Yeah, he won me over a lot last night.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I've seen all the coverage of him, and sometimes social media and now the media itself is focused on that. It's like the managers now you see, well, they don't have any reaction because you've got one camera totally focused on them. So if they make a move, make a move or do something wrong, it's usually shown that night because we're going to be showing it and replaying it that he was upset at this guy and how his reaction was. So guys basically aren't going to expose themselves. We see it in golf. Golfers now have no emotion, but if they know that they are, I mean, we're going to show it. He's upset with it. So they're protecting themselves. Plus, they got so much money, they don't need a PR campaign. They're making hundreds of $millions. I made 2.2 in my entire career.
Your entire playing career?
Yeah. So I started off at 11,000.
Is that why you were doing stuff like the baseball bunch?
Well, I'm always promoting myself.
Is that what?
Yeah, but I wasn't afraid. I had like the baseball bunch games people play.
Right.
I had, golf in paradise, but it was the way I had to I made more money in the off season than I did playing just because, and I'm trying to, but people wanted me and I wasn't afraid to do it. So I was promoting myself. Now these guys, if you've got, you're making $2 million a week, every other week, now they don't really have to go out and promote or anything else. They can stay right there and protect themselves. And people are after you a lot. You go out, have a drink at a restaurant. Some Red Sox fan doesn't like a Yankee fan, and he tweets or calls and said, Johnny Bench is driving drunk. I mean, so you face that these days, and so these guys are really protecting themselves, and they've got they got their posses, they got their agent, they got somebody saying you need to do this, and somebody saying you need to be there, and so they become isolated in so many ways.
That's a bummer.
A
little bit of a bummer. I mean, because I'd love to get to know but that's me. I understand I'm not living the life that you've just described. You
found out about it though.
True.
Recognition, things that you do.
Well, I guess so. No. Okay, but what I mean is, I guess I'm still out there. I know that's maybe why that helps put a roof over my head, but. And I understand that a show that I do right here, like I'd love to just be sitting next to Bryce Harper in hour number 3 talking about last night, But so I understand that I do have my own agenda when I have this. When I say
but everybody wants a part of you as a player. You want Bryce on the show. Dan wants his Bryce.
Sure.
You want this and that, and then the local guys wants to do it. And then you look down on the crowd last night, and how many media people were there?
Tons.
And they all want something, and you can't always share it. So sooner or later, you basically just said, well, I can't do anything or I won't do anything.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.